No Caitlin Clark, no problem. No Sophie Cunningham, no problem. No head coach Stephanie White, have no fear. The final boss, Austin Kelly, is here. The Chicago Sky, we came into your building and we just, from pillar to post, smacked you guys around.
The night was set for disaster, with Caitlin Clark sidelined, their fierce sixth woman Sophie Cunningham out, and even head coach Stephanie White gone. The Indiana Fever were supposed to be easy prey. The Chicago Sky, fueled by revenge and openly boasting of an easy win, welcomed them to the United Center, ready to expose the Fever as nothing without their star. But what unfolded was a shocking, unbelievable humiliation for the Sky, and a revelation that forever changed how the world sees the Indiana Fever. This is the untold story of how they proved everyone wrong, not just winning, but obliterating their rivals in a way no one could have predicted.
For AK, for Steph.
Another one.
No.
The United Center, the hallowed ground where legends were made. This was more than just a game, it was a coronation, a primetime broadcast spectacle for the first WNBA game ever played in this iconic arena. Over 21,000 fans packed every seat, not just to watch basketball, but to witness a perceived inevitable reckoning. The narrative was pervasive, whispered among critics and trumpeted by rivals. The Indiana Fever were merely Caitlin Clark plus 4 other players. Strip away her electrifying passes and relentless scoring, and what remained? An empty husk, ready to be exploited. Chicago believed they had found the perfect storm of bad luck for their rivals.
Yes, sir.
Great job. All right, great job.
Thanks, Daddy.
Hey, it started for us on the defensive end. We set the tone from the jump and never looked back. All right. Their starters, 8 for 29 from the field.
Hell yeah.
Hell of a job. Great attention to detail. That's less than 30%. We held them 32% for the game.
The Sky, desperate to erase the memory of past defeats, especially that devastating 35-point massacre, had planned this night for months. This was their moment to rewrite the script, to finally stand tall against a weakened foe. The world was watching, eager to confirm their suspicions about the Fever's fragility. But the stage was set not for Chicago's triumph, but for a shocking reversal of fortunes that would leave them utterly devastated.
Well, Fever versus Sky isn't much of a rivalry, at least if you go by the results, because the Fever have dominated the Sky, and I guess you could say the Sky is falling, at least in the standings and around Chicago, considering the situation with the team.
Into this cauldron of expectation and doubt stepped Austin Kelly. The first assistant coach, a trusted confidant to Stephanie White for over a decade, was suddenly thrust into the glaring spotlight as acting head coach. The weight of the moment was immense. Here he was, making his head coaching debut in the biggest arena against a team ravenous for revenge, all while his own squad was missing its undeniable leader. The situation screamed disaster, yet Kelly's demeanor was anything but. He moved with a quiet intensity, a final boss presence that radiated calm amidst the storm. His posture, his precise instructions from the sideline, every movement signaled control.
Austin Kelly filling in for Stephanie White. I got a feeling. Austin Kelly looks like a head coach on the side. Folks, there was none of this. Austin Kelly looked like the final boss on the sideline watching over the Indiana Fever team. His posture, his presence, yeah, head coach type stuff, you know what it is. The assistants standing up, giving me some energy, giving me some, yep. I liked what I saw tonight, folks.
He didn't call a single timeout, trusting his players to navigate the turbulent waters. This wasn't a desperate fill-in. This was a meticulous architect, subtly guiding his team through a treacherous landscape. What Kelly orchestrated that night wasn't just a game plan. It was a silent revolution, a tactical blueprint that would unleash the true hidden power of the Indiana Fever and leave the Chicago Sky in utter disarray.
There she is right there signing autographs in the visiting arenas building. Look at all the Fever fans there. I mean, seriously. So, Caitlin Clark, same thing, taking pictures, signing autographs. In case you're wondering, it was sold out.
With Clark sidelined, a massive void yawned on the court. Every eye turned to Kelsey Mitchell, the veteran guard whose season had been a roller coaster of inconsistency. Could she handle the immense pressure, the defensive attention that Clark usually absorbed? Critics wondered if she would fold, but what unfolded from the opening tip was a revelation. Mitchell didn't try to be Caitlin Clark. She became the most potent version of Kelsey Mitchell we'd seen all year.
Big game, obviously you're stepping in for Steph, but what are the feelings coaching a game in this arena?
Oh, it's I mean, you grow up watching the Bulls and you see Michael Jordan's, jersey and Scotty's jersey sitting up there. It's a surreal moment. But, I think the message for us is the same. We want to continue to build that consistency on both ends of the floor. And it's another opportunity for us to do that here.
She attacked the basket with purpose. Her quickness a constant nightmare for Chicago. She hit crucial threes, moved fluidly without the ball, and expertly found open teammates when doubled. This was veteran leadership at its absolute finest. She led a balanced attack with 17 points, setting the tone for a collective assault. But she wasn't alone. Lexie Hull, quietly enjoying a breakout season, continued her hot streak, going perfect from three-point range and boasting the game's highest plus-minus rating.
This time steps right through the heart of the defense and blows by Chicago. The winds off of Lake Michigan. Loses Atkins, step back mini. Knocks it down. Oh, the connection to Howard. How about the finish from Mitchell?
And she may be the quickest guard in the league with the ball in her hands.
And Aaliyah Boston, the powerhouse forward, dominated the paint with 11 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and a career-high 5 blocks, anchoring the defense. These weren't mere supporting players. They were the heart of the team, proving that the Fever's resilience ran far deeper than any single star. They shared the load, trusted each other, and played with the ferocity of champions whose backs were against the wall, silencing every critic who dared to doubt their collective strength.
Here's Mitchell trying to attack Van Lith. We'll slow it down a bit. This time steps right through the heart of the defense and blows by Chicago. The winds off of Lake Michigan. Timeout Sky as Indiana has built a 17-point advantage.
Sometimes the most pivotal addition to a team arrives not with fanfare, but as a quiet, unassuming whisper. Ari McDonald was signed as a hardship contract player, a late-season depth piece. Nobody expected much. Running an offense without Caitlin Clark, the team's primary ball handler and playmaker, seemed an impossible task, especially for someone who had been with the team for less than a week. The point guard position demands immediate understanding, quick reads, and unyielding pressure absorption. How could McDonald possibly fill such a massive role? Yet she stepped onto that United Center court and immediately took control, orchestrating the offense as if she'd been running it for years. Her confidence was palpable, her decision-making sharp, her execution flawless under the brightest lights. She finished with 12 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and a block. But those numbers barely scratch the surface of her true impact.
20 in the 3-game absence for Caitlin Clark, leads the league in field goal percentage. It shows you right there.
The intentionality to get Aaliyah Boston the basketball.
McDonald sank 3 crucial three-pointers, scored in the paint against bigger defenders, and disrupted Chicago's offense with active hands and lightning-quick feet. Her unexpected presence allowed the entire Fever offense to flow differently, opening up the floor for Mitchell, giving Hull better looks, and creating space for Boston in the post. The Sky's defenders, completely lacking a scouting report for this version of the Fever, were left guessing, their rotations confused and ineffective. McDonald wasn't just a player, she was the ghost in the machine, the secret weapon that unlocked the Fever's most impressive win of the season, proving that basketball IQ and unselfish play can change everything.
We won the boards, all right, and they're a second chance points team, all right, and we won that area as well. Taking away their strengths was something that we did a great job of, all right?
Just extremely proud of y'all. We stayed locked in, we stayed together, we executed the scout at a very high level. Just multiple levels of effort. Everything that we've asked of you today, we put it in there, and from now, again, stacking days, building on those moments where we're stringing those possessions together, right? Building on those great possessions on defense and on offense. Great, hell of a job, y'all. High level. Good job, y'all.
The stage had been set for Chicago's revenge, their moment of validation. Instead, the United Center bore witness to a spectacle of utter humiliation. The Sky, brimming with pre-game swagger, suffered an even more devastating beatdown than their previous encounter. A 27-point loss, a total evisceration on their home court. Their shooting percentages were abysmal, a pathetic 32.1% from the field, and a shocking 20% from three-point range. Not a single Sky player managed to score in double figures, not one.
But both teams facing a little bit of adversity, having certain players out or not at full capacity.
McDonald, a huge triple in the corner. Mitchell, patient in the corner, flips it up top. Boston, other side. McDonald, another three. I'm loving it.
Angel Reese, who had promised so much, was limited to a mere 4 points on 2 of 7 shooting, her offensive impact virtually non-existent. The Dallas Wings, who Chicago had recently beaten twice, must have been left wondering how they managed to lose to such an offensively inept team. The combined 62-point margin of defeat across 2 games this season against Indiana tells a brutal truth. The Fever have absolutely owned Chicago, regardless of who's on the court. While Reese and her teammates flailed, the Fever put on a clinic in team basketball, shooting 45.8% from the field and knocking down 11 three-pointers at a blistering 40.7% clip. The ball movement was exquisite, the execution flawless, every possession seeming effortless.
Of 5 meetings this season between the two teams, McDonald pokes it away, then tapped up down the floor, and McDonald will slow things down. McDonald for 3, cashes in.
Survival mode looks really fun.
Chicago committed a staggering 19 turnovers, which the Fever swiftly converted into easy points. The revenge was served, but it was colder than a Chicago winter, delivered straight to the Sky's own doorstep.
Lex, 500 points today. 750 rebounds. And just a hell of the effort, y'all. I said I wanted y'all to make them feel us. They felt us. Yeah, nobody in there on their team had double digit scoring. That's the toughness piece.
This wasn't just a singular victory, it was a resounding declaration. The Indiana Fever, written off by so many, had emphatically proven they are not merely Caitlin Clark plus 4. They are a legitimate, cohesive unit with formidable depth and an unbreakable spirit. The post-game scene spoke volumes. Players drenching Austin Kelly in pure joy. Caitlin Clark celebrating wildly from the bench, shouting support for her teammates. Her simple, powerful message, "Get a water," captured the mood. Unbridled elation, a celebration of a team that had conquered the impossible.
The Dallas Wings must really, really stink, because those are the 2 wins that the Chicago Sky have this year, and the Fever have absolutely blown the doors off of them in their matchups this season, including this time around without Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese just 2 of 7 from the floor, only 4 points. She's shooting like 31% from the floor on the year. The Minnesota Lynx own the Chicago Sky's draft pick. It is rough sledding for the Sky.
Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky faced the bitter reality. They simply cannot compete with Indiana, injured or not. Courtney Vandersloot's first quarter injury only compounded their misery. The home crowd watched their team get utterly dominated, leaving no doubt about the complete and total mastery the Fever hold over this rivalry. This was more than a win. It was a statement etched in stone, a testament to the Fever's unwavering resolve and a direct challenge to anyone who dared to underestimate them.
We got the lead and we just didn't look back. The Indiana Fever destroying the pathetic Chicago Sky, the sad Chicago Sky, the distraught Chicago Sky, the mess of a franchise known as the Chicago Sky. Tyler Marsh, salute. Tyler Marsh, you see what a real head coach looked like there, Tyler Marsh? You see, folks, Austin Kelly didn't even call a timeout. She said, ladies, play.
The seismic tremors from that night in Chicago still reverberate across the WNBA. The Indiana Fever, against all odds, revealed their true identity, a deep, resilient, and championship caliber team. Kelsey Mitchell proved she can lead when the stakes are highest. Lexie Hall showcased her clutch shooting prowess.
That's all you guys. That's all you guys. Great job. Hell of a job.
Here we go.
And Ari McDonald, the unexpected catalyst, demonstrated that a shrewd signing can entirely reshape a team's destiny. This victory wasn't just about one game, it was about shattering a narrative, exposing a rival, and unveiling the true potential that has been simmering beneath the surface. The 2025 season now looks even brighter, a landscape where this team, when fully healthy, could truly dominate. If you haven't been paying attention to what just unfolded, if you're not absolutely thrilled about what this Fever squad can accomplish when everyone is firing on all cylinders, then you've missed the revelation of a lifetime. The question is, can they sustain this newfound identity and carve out their own indelible mark in WNBA history? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear, the Indiana Fever are here to stay, and they just offered a shocking preview of what's yet to come.